This is the calm before the storm. Never mistake my silence for weakness. Two of the cheesiest lines in history, and yet they describe General To perfectly. The first time we meet To, he is presented as a simple aide that obeys every order from Oki, eventually at least, and agrees with anything he says. It is very rare to see To not standing or riding alongside him. It wasn't until Baiyo that To's character was fleshed out slightly. Now, not only did Oki entrust him with slaying the enemy's lead strategist, when he died, he also entrusted To with his army, with his last words being that To's abilities were never below his to begin with. It often goes unnoticed, but To was right there with Oki, flirting with death's door battle after battle. Countless times, he alongside Oki survived that golden age. The golden age that saw clashes upon clashes with the great heavens. But what about life after Oki? We can't keep being an off-screen demon. To can't keep getting away with this. The Coalition arc is the first time we see To as this individual character, rather than just an extension of Oki. And here is when Oki's words first ring most true. Moments before the battle, Mobu expresses uncertainty about To's capabilities. And To says, to hell with the uncertain. What is certain is that he has always been strong. And he proves it immediately and continues to. He isn't all talk. I want to talk about the Fire Dragon arc. It's one of the reasons why people for some reason don't respect To as much as they should. Well, I kind of get it. His role here is more subtle compared to when he damn near one-shot a Chu general during the Coalition arc. It's funny because there was a glimpse into that role. At that same time, during his battle against Karen, To makes the risky decision of appointing Ohon and Moten as 5,000-man wing commanders. Against everyone else's opinion that these two were too young, To chose to place his belief in Chin's next generation. These two units, nurtured as armies, being able to adapt on the fly from the beginning, and there is no better situation for them to adapt than now. Surrounded by a sea of true soldiers, To bets on that risky but growing ability instead of accepting mediocrity. Okay, onto the actual Fire Dragon arc. Again, To chooses to rely on the younger generation. Ohon is the one that comes up with the main strategy for taking Choyo, while Shin and Kyoka play a significant role by taking out a great general and being able to stick to Ohon's plan and adapt despite Ten being captured, despite having to rescue her. Note, it goes beyond To relying on them. He is risking losing a battle. He is sacrificing fame, the opportunity to showcase his ability against the Fire Dragons. The same great generals of the Golden Age that saw clashes with Qin and Xiao, all as a bet in hopes of nurturing the talent needed to unify all of China. Like before, he refuses to accept any future that is mediocre. Once more, To, during the Nature of Humanity arc, places his trust in Shin of the next generation. All hope of getting Kampishi to visit Qin and satisfy the Qin king lies in Shin's hands alone. Everyone is nervous, but To, the only one with full confidence to trust in whatever Shin has to say. To publicly express this goes a long way, so we can clearly see the pattern if we haven't already. To is leaning into that mentor role hard, and he's doing a great job while still getting results. That is the key to To's character. He's so slept on, the most slept on Qin general in Kingdom, but that is the reason why he's so impressive. He doesn't care for his own fame, and yet he's a winner. This brings us to the Conquest of Han, or more specifically, the Three Pillars arc, the pre-war phase. And again, To chooses to trust in the younger generation. When Kyoka is thinking of a plan, he is quick to notice that she has something to say. This same plan allowed Qin to capture the major Han city of Nanyo without any fighting onto the pre-battle phase. Again, placing his trust in the next generation. To officially appoints Shin as his vice commander in front of everybody. And without a doubt, Shin gave a speech for the ages. I know Oki is smiling up there. So what I'm trying to say is To time and time again keeps giving these kids, in his eyes at least, since To is 50 years old, chances to prove themselves as Qin symbols of military might. The only thing that changes is that as time goes on, it went from preparing them as future symbols to them being symbols today. We're pretty much there. Shin, Kyokai, and Ohon, Chin is heavily relying on them on this quest for unification. And To's role in all of this is subtle but nonetheless critical. All these important battles and he bets on them constantly and it works. Now we know why fans shouldn't sleep on him. Yes, until now we haven't seen many on-screen feats or on-screen action, but the nuance has always been there. To in many other ways than direct has led to plenty of success for Chin. He might be the Tim Duncan of Kingdom, Mr. Fundamental, a great leader, a balanced player, one of the greatest of all time, elevated everybody in his team and still did not care much for individual accolades. At the end of the day, he kept winning while trusting in his younger teammates to perform. To might be less flashy, but he deserves the respect of the entire fandom. We think Mogo was good at scouting talent. He was, by finding Osen and Kunki, while To is nurturing Shin, Ohon, and Kyokai, 3 of Chin's 3rd generation 6 great generals. And at that, he's currently dicking down Rakur-Khan, a state's greatest general. With all this being said, after knowing everything we do about To's character, do we really need to see a solo To arc? Maybe To shines the greatest when he's cooking, while also somehow inspiring, pushing someone else to cook with him. Anyway, if you made it to the end, thank you for tuning in. It would mean a lot to me if you guys left a like and a comment, share this video with a friend, and subscribe for more videos like this.